From the crystal gems to the crystal skull, nerds are passionate about a lot of things, but there's something they love above all else, and that is correcting people. This is Actually. Joining us for this episode, we have Jordan Dahl.
Hello.
Jon Gutierrez.
Hola, nerds.
And Maggie Mae Fish.
Hi.
All right, well, Jordan, you've played with us before,
Yeah.
but for the two of you, for any new viewers at home, the game is very simple. I have here a stack of untrue statements about the things that you know and like, and it's up to you to correct me. The only two rules are you have to precede your corrections with actually. If you don't, Jeopardy style, I won't give you the point. And secondly, you can interrupt me whenever you want. The moment you see the thing that's wrong, you can just jump right in there and correct me. No politeness here. This is not a show about being polite. It's a show about being a shitty asshole. That's what we're all about here. Fairly simple rules, I think. Any questions? Any thoughts? Anything? Yes, Jordan.
Can we also say shitty asshole?
Yes, I encourage you all to say shitty asshole at least one time before the end of this episode.
Nice.
It'll be like Beetlejuice for the third time you say shitty asshole.
Shitty asshole appeared. Oh no.
It's like it was us all along. You guys ready to play? You feeling all right?
yeah.
All right, go ahead and grab your buzzers, and we will get started here. This is about He-Man here. He-Man's chief nemesis is Skeletor. Maggie.
Oh no, I don't know what I did.
What did you do?
Actually, he is his main nemesis, but there are many nemesis in the He-Man
I
universe.
didn't say chief nemesis. I think that's fine. You know what? I don't think I'm going to give you the point for that.
I don't agree either. I think you should.
Here we go. I love the enthusiasm, though. You get quick on the buzzer. That can make a difference. He-Man's chief nemesis is Skeletor, a humanoid man in a blue skin-tight suit with a skull for a head. He wields the Havoc Staff, a long scepter topped with a ram's skull and a crystal ball. Jon.
Actually, Skeletor is not wearing a skin-tight outfit. He just wears a furry loincloth.
That is correct. He is not a blue skin-tight suit. He just has blue skin.
Yeah.
And the things that he's wearing are those loinclothy things.
I knew it, and I hesitated.
You hesitated.
Can't hesitate.
Yep, you
can
gotta
tell.
get it.
No, you should go before you hear the incorrect thing. So much so that you beat it.
You can tell from looking at Skeletor. He's just all ripped.
It does feel like they were adding a lot of things. It's like, okay, he's a man with a skull for a head.
But let's make him sexy. Give him abs and then show it off.
Fucking ripped and blue. Let's make him blue too.
The
That'll really
sexiest color.
Yeah, just like the Smurfs. Oh my God, have you seen them? Yeah, that's a point. I keep want to call you Goots. Is it a problem?
You
I call
can call me
Goots?
Goots if you want. Everyone calls me Goots.
Is that you say that very begrudgingly, like you don't want that to actually happen?
I just feel weird when people ask me if they should call me Goots. It just feels, I can't determine the level of Goots that this conversation
Have I
should
reached Goots level yet?
You have.
All right, great. Well, that is a point for Goots. I will call you that. Viewers at home, please do not call Jonathan Gutierrez Goots. Not yet. Not until you know him a little bit better. We will move on here to a question about Streetfighter. In Streetfighter, the character of Balrog was originally named and modeled after Muhammad Ali, but fearing legal reprisals when releasing the Goots.
He was actually based on, was that enough?
I've had it.
Do I have to go back in time?
No, that's fine. It's fine.
He was based off of Mike Tyson and was originally named M. Bison in Japan, and they simply switched him with Balrog, who was M. Bison in America. They made that switch from him.
That is correct. I can tell from Jordan's face that he knew it as well.
I knew that as well.
I see Maggie nodding.
I thought about it, but I knew my previous mistake, and I was like, hold your horses.
They were totally right to be wary there. Mike
Sure.
Bison is not a great legal cover, right?
Well, and at the same time, Mike Tyson was at peak punching people for things.
Yeah.
So he was like, is it supposed to be me?
Oh, great.
A correction for you in case you care.
Yeah.
But you said that it was correct that M. Bison and Balrog were swapped. But actually, it was M. Bison
And Vega.
and Balrog were all rotated.
Yes.
Whoa.
But I wanted to throw that out there.
Well, you had a good game.
Yeah, wow.
I'll see
I'll
myself
take your
out.
buzzer.
So we will not give you the point. No, that is still 1 point for you. All right, we'll keep it moving right along. This is going to be about X-Men. The X-Men's Cyclops is often recognized by his iconic ruby quartz visor. Without his visor or some other means of inhibiting his abilities, when Cyclops opens his eyes, they become apertures to another dimension, causing focus. Yes, Jordan?
Actually, he releases a kinetic blast from his handsomeness.
God, here's the thing. You are correcting the thing.
Correcting the correct thing. I just didn't let you finish.
You're correcting the correct thing. You weren't really correcting it at the correct time, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and allow it. I'm going to say that's a point for Jordan. It is true that those the concussive blasts are as a result of apertures opening to another dimension, but the thing that was going to be wrong had I finished the sentence was I was going to say there were laser beams.
Okay.
They're not laser beams, they're concussive optic blasts. So you did end up correcting the thing that would
jittery.
eventually be wrong.
I got jittery and
just
traveled
got in
forward
there.
2 seconds in time.
And at no point did you say they're not apertures to another dimension. So everything you said, technically correct. You did get the correct correction.
What game is
Wonderful.
this?
Yeah,
What are we playing?
How dare
take
you
my-
award points for things that are all entirely correct?
I'm just gonna start correcting just guesses.
Yeah.
Actually, there were only 4 turtles. I remember because when I learned that, I was like, my dude just shoots punches from his eyes? That's amazing.
That's a good ability to have. It does feel like it would be one that like Cyclops would constantly be having to explain. It's like oh, you shoot lasers. It's like they're not lasers.
down.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that
God.
because they look and smell like lasers.
And for all intents and purposes, are lasers.
Do you smell lasers? It's
Sure.
like they're not lasers. Come on.
I remember a couple times in the comics they've specified that sometimes his kinetic blasts heat things up so fast that they explode, making it look like lasers.
on.
But it's definitely not lasers.
Yeah,
so-
at that point, that feels like it's just like, call it.
what?
It's not a laser. Come on, man.
Just pretend it's a laser.
Just tell people.
Just tell them it's a laser. What are you getting out of explaining
It's
yourself?
important to me. It's important to me that they know it's a concussive optic blast.
I think when you are an X-Man, you have to be super nerdy and pedantic about it.
That's probably true. You have to be very
Actually-
specific because there is an X-Men out there who does have lasers for eyes, and
Sure.
you have to separate yourself to be a unique, special person.
Like, oh, you're just like Cyclops. And they're both like, no.
This is unbelievable. You think all laser-eyed dudes ride the same bus or something?
I don't have laser eyes. That's we're confusing ourselves now, and that's a problem. That's a point for Jordan.
Yes.
Here's a question about Harry Potter. In addition to housing 7 years' worth of students, Hogwarts is the home of several ghosts, including Nearly Headless Nick, Peeves, Moaning Myrtle, the Grey Lady, and the Fat Friar. Ooh, there were a lot of buttons coming in, but Goots is first.
Actually, Peeves isn't technically a ghost, he's a poltergeist.
That's correct, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I thought that I would stump you guys with this one. I did, yeah.
I
'cause
thought I was going to beat both of you.
Yeah, but yeah, God, you were both coming in there.
stinkers.
Yeah, very technically not a ghost, a poltergeist, which is a completely separate entity, at least in the Harry Potter
Yeah,
universe.
not in reality.
Not in reality. In reality, just a type of ghost, as we all know.
Subspecies.
You're like running into the same Cyclops problem here. It's like, I'm not a ghost. Like,
Listen, I know I do ghost things. I
Yeah.
float. I look like a ghost. I do ghost things. I am a ghost, but I'm not a ghost.
Yeah, can we cut him out of the movies now? Like,
Yeah.
He just spends his entire time explaining how he's not a ghost.
Yeah.
Can a ghost do this? Throws a mug.
Yes,
a ghost can do that.
Yes. They like being ghosts, right? They party. They like it.
I think so. I think I guess they never really delve into the sort of the existential question of
Actually, they do.
Oh, shit.
So when you die, there's like a choice where you can like either some sort of cosmic, like, oh, you can choose to like have your body stay on Earth. And as Nearly Headless Nick tells Harry, he doesn't think his parents would have made that choice. So, or Sirius, they're not ghosts.
So then is the implication then that the only people who like when they die are like, yeah, that was enough for me, are the ghosts? It's like a purely voluntary thing?
Yeah, they keep it a little vague for for J.K. Rowling's purposes,
Yeah.
I'm sure, but
Yeah, otherwise it seems like what, just huge existential questions with dealing with the fact that there's
Why would
ghosts.
you be a ghost?
Yeah.
right.
It's a huge signing bonus, obviously.
We love it. We want you for the ghost.
We'll give you 20 grand if you be a ghost right now.
This is a very big choice you have to make. You're either going to be a ghost for the rest of infinity, for the rest of
Sure.
eternity,
Yeah.
or not.
I'm picturing like a ton of 11-year-olds getting to this point in the book and having the same thought and just putting it down and staring into the darkness of their room.
Yeah, it's just like, what
What
death
is forever?
What does forever mean?
What is a ghost? Am I a ghost?
Just that chapter, Nearly Headless Nick turns to the reader and says, you will be a ghost.
Says you, yes you, Kyle.
You choose now. Write your name in blood in the pages and tell us what you would like to do when you die.
Those poor Harry Potter kids would absolutely do it.
Sure.
Well, this brings us to our game's first shiny question. Now, shiny questions are kind of like shiny Pokemon in that they are basically worth the same thing. They're just a little bit different and a little bit rarer. So it's a different format of question. And this is a game we call Crypto Geography. This is a game about mythology and folklore. So when you flip over your boards, you're going to see a map of the world and 6 different monsters. These are monsters from like just folklore from around the world. And I want you to try to place these monsters from their country of origin, or as best as you can. Whoever can place the most correctly will get the 1 point for this shiny question. Make sense? Cool. Let's flip over those maps and take a look.
What are you?
That's it for this preview of actually, but wait, there's more! In fact, a whole 66% of this episode. To watch it, just go to dropout.tv and start your free trial today. And since we're all about being correct here, I should point out that it's not actually 66%, it's 66.66666. We're gonna show you an image, and there'll be something wrong with it. And it'll be up to you to identify the thing that is wrong with the image. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, let's flip this over. Tell me what's wrong with this image.